Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Sakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaye Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Iti Namine. Sri Krishna Leela Kadane Sudaksham Audarya Madhurya Gunaitya Yuktam Varam Varenyam Purisham Mahandam Narayanam Tvam Sirasa Namami. Aratyo Bhagavan Brajesha Tanayas Dattama Brindavanam Ramya Kachit Upasana Braja Vadhu Vargena Ya Kalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumarto Mahan Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhor Matam Idam Tatradara Paraha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So welcome to the 11th episode of Holy Dhams series. So today we plan to cover few more important holy places in Vrindavan Dham, and today we will cover only two places. One is Yavat, the place where Radha Rani stayed after married, and then second one is Kokilavana. This Kokilavana is a nearby forest where so many pastimes actually happen. This area is really very, very interesting. If you see that, so that day we covered Nandagaon and Terkaramba. Terkadamba is in between Nandagaon and Yavat. And then also one side nearby is the Uttavakyari and also Kokilavana. So that's the area that we are actually planning to cover. I will tell you, the Vrindavan is full of rasa. So when you really know the pastimes and so many details, then you can really enjoy it. Otherwise, you will see some trees and then go around. No, you have to know all this. So I will tell you that I did not want to cover these places actually particularly. Kokilavana is fine, but not the Yavat. So as they may be difficult to grasp for the materialistic people. So I need to give a little background also to really understand how the spiritual world looks like and how our material world actually looks like, and it is perverted reflection. Okay, so all the thing, whatever that we are seeing, all the happiness what we are seeing, it is actually a reflection of coming from spiritual world. So Yavat is the place where Radha Rani lived after she was married to the shadow of Krishna called Abhimanyu. This is not the Abhimanyu of the son of Arjuna. No, this is different. Abhimanyu was manifested by Yogamaya. Who is Yogamaya? Yogamaya is the one who really creates the environment for the Leelas, the pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna. So, when Nanda Baba and Vrishabhanu were eager to arrange marriage, okay, they actually tried. They exchanged so much of gifts and everything also. So they really about to proceed. Then Yogamaya, Paurnamasi came. Who is Yogamaya? He is a potency from Radharani only. But she is the one who is in charge of creating all the environment, holy dhams and all the things, that she is in charge. So Yogamaya, Paurnamasi intervened and stopped the marriage. Why? Because in Goloka Vrindavan, in the spiritual world, Krishna and Radharani are never married. And they have come here to perform Parakya pastime of Goloka. If they were married, then they would not have been any sweet leelas. Like in Dwaraka, what is there? There is nothing. They are all married, right? Queens were married to Krishna. No pastime, nothing, period, end of it. So, that's not how the spiritual world is. So in Goloka Vrindavan, there is no Abhimanyu though. Because in the spiritual world, there cannot be any shadow. Shadow can be only in the material worlds. Such as Durga Devi is the shadow of Yogamaya, as you know. So pastime needs thrilling events. That is what really attracts us. So that it really pulls us towards Krishna, Radha Krishna, so that we'll realize that the spiritual world is the topmost. There is nothing comparable, and that is the where we have to attach ourselves. So, like for example, take a play or a drama, or even take any cinema. Think that there was no villain. Think there is no obstacles in the entire story. Will it be interesting? Okay, born, went to college, got the thing, okay, this and got the job, whatever the story that they are trying to do, everything going as per the good path. There is no taste in that. You have to understand that one. So we need obstacles and the challenges for the pastimes. This is very important to understand. Okay, I am giving some basic before. In Ragatmika line, Parakya needs obstacles. Parakya Bhava means unmarried. And because there is no need of marriage there. Because Radharani belongs to Krishna, there is no marriage. Marriage is actually totally for different purpose. So, if these obstacles are removed, then there is no rasa. So there is no work here for Lord Ganesh or remove our obstacle. No. In fact, we want obstacle. It's the other way. It is opposite. So Sri Radha and Krishna are the divine couple. Radharani is the Haladini Sakti of Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna. They live in Goloka Vrindavan, beyond Vaikunta. Krishna never leaves even a step away from Vrindavan, as he said. Vrindavanam na gacchati. That's what the Shastra says. So then who is really going to Dwaraka and all the other places and also in Vaikunta? Who is there? His expansions are there. Krishna will never leave Vrindavan. Vrindavanam na gacchati. So in Goloka Vrindavan, there is no Swakya Bhava. That means there is no married relationship. There is only Parakya Bhava. Sweet pastimes can be there only in Parakya Bhava. The villains are the must to add the spices to make the pastime thrilling and sweet here in this world. So Yogamaya Pavarnamasi was the one who blocked Krishna and Radha from marrying. If they were married, no sweet pastime. So the Gandharva marriage of Lord Brahma, that Lord Brahma performed, which I told about in Bandirvana before, was just a pastime they wanted to play. Not a real marriage. Nobody, Nanda Baba was not there, Vrishabhanu Maharaj, nobody was there. Just for the fun, Leela, they really wanted to have kind of a marriage. It is not a marriage at all. It's only pastime. So we have two kinds of relations with Purusha. Krishna is the only Purusha. So Swakya or married relationship has three attributes. Expectation for protection, expectation for comfort, expectation for self-enjoyment. So the key words here are give and take, or mostly take only. You want to take advantage. That is why in Swakya there is almost no pastime. But in Parakya relationship there is no marriage. The lover only wants to satisfy the other. So there is no expectation of protection, no expectation for comfort, no expectation for self-enjoyment. Here the only word that we have is to what? What is that? Only to give. Give. Not to take anything from Krishna. That is why Suttapati is defined. Suttapati is defined like that. Anya Bilachita Sunyam Jnana Karma Dhyanavritam. Like that we are studying. Because it's only to satisfy Krishna. So a Swakya Bhava can never satisfy. It's not pure bhakti. But that means look at Lakshmi Devi here. So Lakshmi Devi is actually just doing service. Right? So here see the thing is, she is protected. She is happy there. He is enjoying the protection given by Lord Narayana and nicely serving, that's no problem at all. But that's not Sutta Bhakti. Sutta Bhakti is different. No expectation of protection at all. No self-enjoyment either. So, here in Swakya, one may be afraid of losing comfort and protection. See, that's the thing. But in Parakya, there is no such fear. Any fear at all in Parakya would be the fear of losing satisfying Krishna. So the mindset is entirely different. I want to make sure that you understand this before we really get into any of those. The Dwaraka exploration by Chief Archaeologist S.R. Rao has revealed so much of history of Dwaraka. So this Dwaraka, it was so much of opulence. Every day when the queen starts the day, they see new dresses supplied every day. Every day, you open the bureau, I see it, everything, all the new ornaments, new saris, silk saris, everything will be supplied. So much of rich and tasty foods cooked by thousands of cooks. All the queens and the citizens were under the protection of Dwaraka Krishna. Once, Krishna wanted to tease Rukmini. He said, "Oh Rukmini, I think you have made a big mistake of marrying me. You know that I go after the paupers, pauper devotees, who really sleep on the streets, who don't have any possessions, not even a penny. They are my real friends. They are everything for me, not the richly kings. So you got a wrong person to marry. And still it is not that late. You can still get a good husband and you can have a better life." But before Krishna was even finished saying this, Rukmini fainted and fell on the floor. Why? She was afraid, so afraid of losing the protection, comfort, and the enjoyment due to Krishna as her husband. This is same thing with the Lakshmi Devi also. So the same Lakshmi Devi came as Rukmini, in fact. This is the nature of Swakya Bhava. The love has trace of lust, protection, and selfishness. Okay? But whereas, because we cannot understand, I will tell you, from the material world, because we used to the way that how we live here, we have no understanding. Unless you really get a guru and then guru is really teaching you, you cannot understand. So Parakya Bhava is so different. Gopis never had any children from Krishna, did they? Because there is no relation there that way. In fact, there was no such relationship at all as you think. Parakya relationship is transcendental. You cannot be perceived or understood by material senses or intelligence. That is why these are not discussed with ordinary people. That's why I do not want to give this Harikatha. But in Dwaraka, people talk about Dwaraka, these and everything, that's fine. In Dwaraka, there was a trace of lust and the queens needed protection and comfort, as I mentioned. So even take the case of Andal, who merged at the lotus feet of Lord Narayana, even though she was worshipping Krishna. But in what mood she was worshipping? Not Parakya mood. It was Swakya mood. Like Lakshmi. That was the reason she reached at the lotus feet of Lord Narayana only. He went to Srirangam and then merged in Narayana. Narayana is the expansion of Krishna. See, that Krishna Swayam Bhagavan is available only for Parakya Rasikas. Okay. So, in the Swakya mood, so she really went to serve like Lakshmi Devi. That is, we have to understand that. So, only Swakya relationship produces children. So, those queens had so many children. 10 sons and daughters from each of 16,100 queens that Lord Krishna, the Dwaraka Krishna got. And 10 sons from each of the primary 8 queens. But in Parakya, there is no such relationship. It is based only on pure love. It is always to satisfy the other. Do you see that any gopi got any child from Krishna? Because there is no relation like that. Never. But you never wondered why this is so. Because there is different. You cannot understand that. That is why you have to be very careful. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they are always strictly saying, don't teach these things to the Janata people. They will confuse. They have no idea. They don't have any Sukriti even to understand. So do not get fooled by the picture some ignorant people paint about Radharani, Gopis and Krishna. They are all nonsense. All the rasa we have in this world are perverted reflection from the spiritual world. Their Parakya is the glory. But here it is a great sin. There it is prema. And here it is lust. They are entirely different. This is why our acharyas never wanted to really give this thing to Janata people. Now with this mindset, let us delve little bit in the Yavat. I cannot really go that deep. As only Rasika Bhaktas ever go to Yavat, this place is in a pitiable condition. Because nobody will give, right? Only people go, then give money. Rasika Bhakta is normally poor. They are paupers. How will they really get any money? How many Rasika Bhaktas are there in this world? Everyone is so mesmerized by to see big temples, big societies, so much of opulence and musical singings and dancings and these are the good food, prasadam, taking care of these. This is what people are in. It's Vaiti Bhakti. That is exactly Prabhupada's line. Prabhupada, he is a Ragatmika, but he could not really succeed. He could give only Vaiti Bhakti, not more than that. But in the Sastras, because he was translating from the Ragatmika Sastras, yes, so that is true. But no, that is why our Gurudev, whenever anyone comes from there, he will reinitiate, because that is Vaiti Bhakti initiation. So Ragatmika initiation is totally different. So, okay, this is very important. People may not understand why our Gurudev had to really reinitiate. But not Prabhupada is Ragatmika. He will never reinitiate anyone who is already coming, under Prabhupada. Okay, you have to understand a lot of things actually. Anyway, but Krishna is a Vanachari, not Mandirchari or Templechari. As great Swami Haridas of Nidhuvan, who was none other than Lalita Sakhi, he said to the Akbar, Emperor Akbar, when he came, that he said, I can help you to build a massive temple here. It was probably the biggest temple in the whole world. Could be. But he said, no. My Krishna is a Vanachari. He is not a Mandirchari. He does not reside in the temples. That is Vaiti Bhaktis. All our Acharya, look at all the Goswamis. What? They had the deities. That deity is very small, no temple. Only some small place. That's it. They are Bhajan Kutir. This is how Rasika Bhaktas, Ragatmika will be doing. They will be never interested in building temples. Temples will only create only politics. And only for Vaiti Bhaktas. To bring Vaiti Bhaktas. So, but we go mainly to the temples, not to the Vanas. This is the problem. When you go to Vrindavan, we go to the big temple. There are big temples there. They will go attracted. But who goes to this Uttavakyari and Therkadamba? Who goes there? Nobody goes there. Hardly anyone goes to Uttavakyari. Where our Gurudev, when he really goes there, he cries. He takes a mud and then puts on the. Oh my God! There is a video that I forgot. Probably I could really share. But this is how the Rasika Bhaktas are. They are entirely different. Okay, so this is a place. Uttavakyari is a place where gopis abandoned everything and lived in the forest for almost 100 years, thinking that Krishna said, tomorrow I will come. So they say, tomorrow you will come. Tomorrow I will come. Like that, 100 years gone. This is Rasika. So as most of the people are Vaiti Bhaktas, Janatas, they are not fortunate to see the greatness of these pastime places. Gurudev considers only few places as his dearmost. Yavat. He said, Yavat is my home. And Therkadamba, where all the pastimes, wonderful pastimes happened. Uttavakyari, that was the place, all the Gopikita, everything all happened. Radha Kunda. See who goes? I mean, hardly anyone actually goes there. Of course, Radha Kunda is because of the other famous aspect about it. So they heard about it. So Yavat, this is Yavat. When you really enter Yavat, actually Vat means banyan tree. There was a big banyan tree, very big one. So Yavat means a village of banyan tree. Also you can see a tree at the left. It is said that this tree is actually a Rasika saint, in fact. Okay, so he is living still there as a tree. What you see on the left side, it gives shade for the devotees. So Abhimanyu, his mother Jakila and sister Kutila, sister of Abhimanyu, Kutila, lived in Yavat. You can see the picture inside the temple, which was actually one of their rooms, in fact. You should note that Radharani's picture is not there. Okay? So after marriage, Radharani moved to this palace, this place. It's kind of a palace. Like a shadow that cannot touch. Abhimanyu could not touch Radharani. You say, how can a shadow touch any object? Nothing. It is not possible. Abhimanyu is a shadow of Krishna. So he cannot touch. So arranged by Yogamaya, Jatila and Kutila would constantly block Radharani to meet Krishna. See, the villain is coming. Okay, I really gave the background. So in our life also, we are married to someone, but we should not always have, but we should actually have love only with Krishna. This is what the example they are bringing down. You may be married, what kind of the husband or wife, whatever it is, you don't have any relation. Actually, just happen to be a relation that actually you really invented. Okay, so some people say marriage are done arranged in the heaven. Who said? Where is the Shastra says? Nothing like that. The marriage is out of lust, not out of love. It's not possible in this material world. So our only love should be with the Lord, that is Krishna. So we should be thinking only about Krishna. We should come out of these bondings what you really have. That is exactly the pastime that Radharani and Gopi, they are really trying to really teach us. Right? You may be married or whatever, but no, no, he's not your husband. So you have to come out of this. That's what the whole thing is about, is that you have to understand that. So we should come out of this material bondage and reach Krishna. Come out at whatever the cost it is. These pastimes are possible. Remember this. That is the great secret. This is the great secret. So also in Yavat, we see a small room where we can see the deities of Jatila, Kutila, Abhimanyu. So where do the people actually deities? Why do they have deities for them? Of course, they were actually the obstacles, right? That's what they did. If Jatila, Kutila and Abhimanyu were not there, how could Radharani and Krishna perform sweet pastimes? They are the villains adding the spices. They are the spices to the whole thing. So each one played their own designated role in the pastime. Jatila provided the necessary obstacle for Radharani and Krishna to meet. Abhimanyu provided the base for Parakya, providing the feeling of separation for Radharani. And Kutila did the propagandas, scolding and condemning Radharani left and right throughout the village, everywhere. These three perfectly worked as the spices for the sweet pastimes. Here is an analogy. I saw this tree, which you really see on the right side. I saw this in Barshana. I took a photo because I immediately, something struck me, saying, "Oh, here is the analogy here. See this tree. Look at the tree. Oh, that has two trunks. It represents Radha and Krishna. This is my interpretation, not in the Shastra. It represents Radha and Krishna. One soul. See the root. There is only one root. One soul having two bodies, trunks. And see, another ash-colored tree just is coming and then trying to really block these two branches to really touch each other. Okay? So he tries to avoid them to be united with each other. But the fact is that those trunks have the very same root. They are not different. Now you may understand what I am trying to explain about Krishna and Radharani. They are one and the same. But for the pastimes, they divided into two trunks. And these all the Yoga Maya created these obstacles to enhance the sweetness. So because the thing is, look, see, you are really cooked some nice meal, but the thing, if you don't put those spices, what good is that? That's the spices. Okay, that's what the sweetness. So obstacles are the must in Parakya. Obstacles are the must in Parakya. You have to go over that. Okay, so they don't really pray to Lord Krishna. Has nothing. In fact, Lord Ganesha has no job here in the Ragatmika. That is only for the lowest people who really want to come. What Kanisadhikari? See, because Rupa Goswami says that because Rupa Goswami is the Sambandha, the Acharya. So Sambandha means he is the one process of the devotion. He starts from Kanistha. Kanistha, alright, you are materially contaminated. You have to come like this. Pray, try to come out. But here, no, we want obstacles. So Lord Ganesh has no job here in Ragatmika. In fact, if he helps to remove the obstacles, it will spoil everything. No more sweet pastimes. It will then become like Dwaraka. No pastimes at all.
This is Yavat.
It looks like cow.
Oh, cow shape.
It looks like cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. इसमें पूरा शेड देता है गर्मी में कब जाता है कोटे का पत्थर अगर इसके कारण से
This is like mukta. क्या
मुक्त लता
Mukta lata.
Okay, what
There
it
was a
mean?
saint by name Mukt Baba. He turned into this tree to give shade to the Darshanarthis.
See, when in summer it is so hot
Ah,
because of this tree. Very
Whole place gets shade. He has tilted himself to give shade, and he is having darshan of Radha Kanta.
it's beautiful. Oh, okay. That's Radha Kant?
As a Radha.
Radha Kant. And then,
the tree? How old it is?
They say it is time of when Lord Krishna and Radha fell.
so what is the name of the
Mukt Lata.
Muktalata. Muktalata. Beautiful.
It's taken shape of a cow.
Yeah, taken to yeah. And in this little palace of Yavat, that was later actually built by Brishavanu Maharaj for Radharani. See, look at it, how the whole thing, they could have really married, Radha and Krishna would have married and then would have been happy like, no. That's not the purpose of they really coming down. So if you actually climb upstairs, you will see a unique place where Radharani used to stand and look at the forest. Ter Kadamba, Gokilvana, that also has a kunda of sun god. And far away, you can see Nandagavan also. Okay, last week we saw that. Ter Kadamba is in between Nandagavan and Yavat. Here is the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. It is on the top of the house. This is Yavat, and he just
The
white temple, that is Kokilavana.
yeah, far there what you see the white temples, they are the Gokilvana.
Near that Sani Maharaj.
sun god.
Sani. Saturday is God Sani.
Oh, wait. Shani god.
Haribo.
Haribol, 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 Haribol. So one day, Krishna was waiting for Radharani in the forest. Okay, always remember, whatever background I gave, this is divine love, because they are actually one and the same. Okay, always remember. So they cannot be separated. Okay, that is how the whole pastime they are actually playing. One day Krishna was waiting for Radharani in the forest near Radha Kunda. But because Radharani was blocked from coming out from the house to go to the forest because who blocked the Jatila and Kutila? Krishna became so mad, so sad. He said to Subal is one of his, very, very, there are different levels of sakas, and Subal is very, very close to him. Oh, Subal, I want to meet my Radharani, otherwise I will die. She very sad. He was crying, bitterly crying. Subal is one of the principal Saka of Krishna. So he was working on a plan. Okay, all right. Let me try what I can do. So he went to Yavat to see what can be done to bring Radharani out. In front of the home, Jatila and Kutila were busy with their household work when he reached. They were doing cow. This is the way. So what happens is they have nothing. They are so entangled in this all the chores of the household work. And also Abhimanyu will be always buying cows and selling cows, doing pull like this, and that's all he was interested. That's it. Because he's a shadow and this obstacle. So all right, they are doing, and as soon as Subala really went there, he said, they yelled, "You, the friend of that Krishna, what do you want? Why did you come here?" Subala said, "Maya, one of my calves is missing. I came to check if it came here." Jatila said, "No calf here. Your calf won't come here. Go away immediately." Then Subal said, "Maya, I will check you if it really came here. And then if it is not there, then I will go away." Okay, Jatila said, because he was in the middle of making some cow dung patties. "Okay, all right. Okay, go and check yourself and get lost quick. I am busy." So Subala went to the backside to really, thinking that, pretending that he actually got a card code of one, because there are cows, right? Yeah, he got code of a calf also. Then he was really, there was a window at the back side. So he gave signal, and through the window, because though their window is like mostly opening, not like ours, no security system, nothing. So these gopis, Radharani, everybody saw. Oh, there must be something, there must be some reason why he's coming. So they put a rope, and this guy actually came in. And then Subala told the pitiable condition of Krishna. Radhika, after hearing this one, of course, he is the Kaladini Sakti. She could not tolerate. Oh no, Krishna should be happy. Oh no, he's not happy. Okay, I will do whatever that necessary. What can we do? But how? Jatila and Kutila are right there, standing in the front of the door. Then Subala gave an idea. Okay? And according to the idea, Radhika and Subala both exchanged their dresses. So Subala, wore the dresses of Radharani, and he was sitting inside. And then Radharani got the dress of Subala, because they look almost the same. So then, then Subala said, okay, you take the calf, and then, you should be able to really pass there, because, you just put your, this thing, or so that whatever that you can do that, and then, go. Then, of course, Jatila, Kutila, they were all so happy, and then, and this Subala dressed Radharani was just coming out, and Jatila asked, Subala, did you find your calf? And Radharani, in Subala's voice, said, yes, Maya, yeah, I found it. Jatila said, okay, just get lost, go away from this place immediately. So in the disguise of Subala, Radhika then finally came to the place where Krishna was waiting. At a distance, Krishna saw that, of course, he saw his Subala dress, right? So he misunderstood that Subala could not bring Radharani. So he started crying, oh my friend, I can't tolerate, I'm going to die, and he was shouting, and then Radharani, just coming on the back, then he said, it is me. All right, then, of course, then he found out that it was actually Radharani. So I think I got this particular painting that you really see is also in the Yavat, I think so. I'm not sure, because it's a long time back. Anyway, in this complex, also there is a deity of Radha Kunda. This Radha Kunda is the main deity here. It is, of course, it's not an opulent temple, because Ragasmika doesn't need any opulence. Also at the side we can see a temple of Lord Shiva. As I told you before, Lord Shiva temple will be always near every pastime of Krishna. So at the opposite side there is also a small well from which the water, for the abhishek and cookings and all the, they're all actually used to be there. It's really, my God, it's really, it was not really that high enough. One may fall down actually, because, see, it's all not maintained. So Srila Gurudev said that, not he, she, Ramana Manjari, she lives here with Radharani. So he said, of course, that's the place all over, all under, coming under Gurudev will have in the darshan, they will see Yavat. So in fact, if we see that, there is more also. This name given to me by Srila Gurudeva was based on this deity here. Bhagavan is Lord Krishna, and really Bhagavati is name of Radharani. So this is Kantha. So this Radha Kanda deity is very simple, but represents so many sweet pastimes in Parakirasa. So this is a picture of Jatila, Kutila and Abhimanyu, as we can see in a room. Also by Yogamaya's arrangement, Abhimanyu had similar blackish color of Krishna. On one occasion, because there are so many stories, I'll tell only this one. On one occasion, Abhimanyu went to the market to buy some cows. He selected nice cows, and in the afternoon, he was about to come back to take some coins, basically some money, to finish the purchase of the cows. Meanwhile, by Yogamaya's arrangement, a rumor was spread in Yavat, the entire place, that Krishna is coming in the disguise of Abhimanyu to see Srimati Radharani. These need to be blocked. So when Jatila and Kutila heard this, they stood at the gateway of the village itself with sticks and broomstick. They were determined that Krishna was not even going to have even a single moment of glance upon Srimati Radharani. So Abhimanyu came there not expecting anything. He was really just coming as usual, right? He really came to really get money so that he can get the cows. Of course, they used to go far away to really buy cows and all. So he was actually a long journey, but now he's really going to take another long journey. But he's coming to take some money to really go there. But as soon as Abhimanyu arrived, Jatila and Kutila started screaming at him, "Get out of here! We know that you know who you are. We know that you are Krishna in disguise. Get away from here, or we will beat you with these sticks and get out." And they were actually beating him. Beating what? Beating left and right, and he started crying and crying. Even the village people also came. And it was as they were also, they were saying the whole village of Yavat was in uproar. Get out here, get out of here. Abhimanyu did not know what is happening. What in the world was happening? So he tried to explain, but nobody wanted to even listen to what he was saying. So he was saying, "I just came back to get some money for the cows to buy. They said, "No, get out. We know your tricks. You always make this kind of tricks. We know your cunningness, Krishna. Get out of here now." So he ran away. Otherwise, everybody was chasing. Meanwhile, from the opposite direction, Lord Krishna, after some time, right? Lord Krishna himself came, perfectly disguised as Abhimanyu. Remember? Abhimanyu cannot disguise as Krishna because he's a shadow. Shadow cannot really disguise as original. So now he disguised as Abhimanyu. And when Jatila and Kutila saw him, their hearts were overwhelmed with parental affection. They both embraced Krishna. They said, "Oh Abhimanyu, we are so happy to see you. Krishna just came and he was disguised as you, but we drove him out of this village. Now Radharani is waiting for you." Krishna said, "Oh, very good. Also today is very auspicious day for Radharani to perform the puja of goddess Mangala Devi. She should fast today and she should go to the temple and she should worship throughout the day and night." So he said, "All right," the Jatila said, "All right, that is very good. Whatever pleases my son, go ahead." So Radharani, right? They actually went out to the temple and to do the puja for the Mangala Devi or whatever, and that was the place again where Krishna was there. And when she arrived at the temple, Lalita, Vishaka, and the gopis and Krishna, they all actually appeared in as they will, and they of course performed a Rasa Leela. That was another big Rasa Leela that happened in the forest. So Jatila and Kutila performed the service of facilitating the Parakya Rasa, or the mellow or paramour love in the loving pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna. So they were always trying to keep Krishna away from Srimati Radharani. They would chastise Krishna and sometimes call Krishna with bad names to drive him away. But Krishna thinks that all the scoldings are greater than even the Vedic hymns. The Samaveda, whatever that you are actually putting in, that cannot satisfy. But these kind of things, in these pastimes, even though Jatla Kutla, they are all scolding, but see, he's really so, so lovingly hear all these scoldings. Okay, so this is the Parakya Rasa. Okay, you cannot understand that. You have to take sannyas. Otherwise, you have to get this special mantra. Then only the realization will come. But because one of you actually asked me to at least say something about you, Yavat, where I did not want to. I'm just putting it. It's not possible to understand for the other people. Anyway, now next we will see a wonderful, forest of more pastimes. It is Kokilavana, which is very near to Yavat. In fact, from the top of the Yavat, home of Radharani, as I mentioned, we can see this. The very famous mark of this place is a huge Sani Deva temple. Actually, Sani Bhagavan they call, because only Sani can be given called as Bhagavan. But anyway, Sani Deva has a temple. So Shani Deva is a very exalted devotee of Lord Krishna actually. He was born to Surya and Chaya. That is why Shani Deva is called what? Chaya Putra. Okay. So Shani and Yama is also, they are brothers actually. Shani and Yama, they are brothers. When Lord Krishna was born in Gokul, all the gods and goddesses along with the Shani Dev went to see Krishna. Remember I told you about Lord Krishna also went to see Krishna, but he could not. He failed. Remember? Okay. But Mother Yashoda, the mother of Sri Krishna, did not allow Shani Deva to enter and then see Krishna. She did not allow him to really get darshana. Why? She feared that the vision of Shani Dev, because there is a crooked vision of one kind of angle vision of Shani Dev, which is going to be very bad. Mother Yashoda did not want that to fall on Sri Krishna. So Shani Dev was so disappointed with his incident. So went into the forest near Nandagovan. That is exactly the place. He started doing penance. Then Krishna gave him the darshan at this Kokilavana, and actually as a cuckoo. Okay, I will tell the story again. That's the next story that's coming. So also near this is the Surya Kunda, where Surya Deva also got a darshan of Krishna. In Brahma Vivarta Purana, the story of Shani Deva is described as Shani Deva is considered as the best among the Krishna devotees, and Surya Deva also received darshan as I mentioned at this place. So here the devotees come and they take bath in Surya Kunda first, and then they worship Shani Deva by offering sesame oil. Okay, I don't know what the thing in Hindi, but in sesame oil they give. That's a famous. So you see on the right side there's a temple, that's a small vigraha. So they really offer there. However, as they throw away the container that they used to bring the oil, look at the back side of the temple, we can see it's so bad. And just opposite to that. Okay, so suppose you are seeing the Shani Deva, that temple on the right side, the left side you will see this kunda called Rajna Kunda. Ratna means jewels. This kunda used to supply so many jewels for the gopis to decorate themselves for the satisfaction of Krishna. Remember, this is the place where they used to get jewels. They think what the jewels they want, that jewel will appear. Actually, this kunda was actually created by gopis only. They used to bring so much of milk and pour them here. And then that was how they made the kunda. Of course, now there is only water. So this is across the Shani temple, I said. So nowadays this kunda also stopped giving any jewel, otherwise it will be chaos. And those jewels are supposed to be decorated only for satisfying Krishna. So only for gopis. So now no more jewels there. Now Sri Vallabhacharya had his bhajan kutir at this place as well. Vallabhacharya, right? This is like, there are 4 sampradayas, and we have, one is the Sri Sampradaya, they strictly are the Vaiti Bhaktas. Then you have the Brahma Sampradaya, where they are also Vaiti Bhaktas, but then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu really came, and then he really added the Ragasmika, but again that will be ending after 10,000 years, it will be over too. Then you have the again Rutra Sampradaya, and then the Kumara Sampradaya. So these Vallabhacharya came from the Rutra Sampradaya, Supra Sampradaya, or maybe the Kumara Sampradaya. So he was really more of a Rasika. So he stayed in this place, and there is the Bhajan Kutir. Okay, so this is a small shot. You can actually have a look in the different. Okay. So this is Vallabhacharya's sitting place. So anything significant with this tree, Maharaj? Or? This is Vallabhacharya.
Vallabhacharya did so many places.
This is inside the Bhajan Kutir.
See, you can see this tree would have gone up. Would not have given shade. to here.
To here, correct.
See, it went up, and then you see how he shoot the branches on the top.
Oh, yes.
They want to do some service.
Service, yes. So did you see how even trees are melted by this bhava, this bhakti, by the great acharyas? Look at it, but do we have interest in even hearing from them? No. Look at the trees, because it wants to bending like that to give shade, because that was the place where he used to sit. Now, of course, they built a small structure there. Because the thing is, all the acharyas, they never had any roof or anything, no, just under the tree. And he used to be there, and then this tree wanted to serve. This is how they are in rasa. Once Krishna was desperate to meet Radharani, one more story, that's it, then you will end. He came to Yavat. Oh, Krishna came to Yavat. That was night. But could not see Radharani, of course, because all blocked. They're all, no way of actually seeing her. Radharani could not come out, of course. Then, feeling so sad, he was there for a long time. Then feeling so sad, how he can actually, meet Srimati Radharani, he walked to this Gokilvana. This Gokilvana, this is the place, same place where you are seeing there. This tree was there. Of course, that time it was living. He climbed on the tree and he made a voice of cuckoo bird. Because cuckoos were all, remember Kerkadamba, that is our cuckoo, remember this, the bhajan I really wrote long time back. Cuckoos were a lot of. So here, he became, he really climbed on that top with, and then he was really making a cuckoo bird sound. And he was making the sound for the whole night. And he was making and making. His voice was going out all the surrounding places. It was so strange and different too. And Radharani and gopis finally came to know that it must be Krishna. Also at the same time, Jatila and Kutila also came out. He took a small lamp, the thing. She came out. He was wondering, wow, this bird is so strange and singing so melodiously. And because see, this is a place all the Sakis, like Vishaka, they all used to be here only. All the Ashtasakis used to be in Yavat. So they all came down. And seeing Jatila actually looking, wondering what is going on, who is, what kind of cuckoo is this, everything. And Vishaka said to Jatila, oh Maya, we also want to see, go there and then see this strange cuckoo. Jatila was so mesmerized by the sound. He said, okay, you should also go and then see. So he gave permission to go and see. Of course, they knew that was Krishna and met him there. Okay. Okay. So this, okay. Yeah, maybe you want to talk something, Maharaj? I will record.
This is the place we are in Kokilavana. Kokilavana is one of the very sweetest forest. And this is where Lord Krishna came and he wanted to meet Radharani in Yavat, where we visited. And because he could not, he came over here and he was looking all night, he was making
quail sound.
Then Jatila and Kudla, they said, what is this? Oh, yeah, very nice, I hear. Then Vishaka, so Vishaka said, oh Maya, we can go? Oh, why not go? So she gave permission. So they came and met Krishna here. Kokila, Kokila, like Kokila.
Kokila.
So that sound, that's how the name.
So Gurudev used to...
Gurudev used to give Harikatha here, used to cry here, used to go around. I see last 10 years this tree was so nice, but it's really going down. They have seen the erotic pastime here. And there is Ratnakar Kund, where the gopis used to find all the avarnas, to make them
make the ornaments, the jewels, Rajna Kunda,
they used to find in that Ratnakar Kund.
Which we saw just now.
All the Ratnas.
So you saw that, right? Okay, in this Kokilavana, there is also a place called Kelavana. This place is also called, there is another name called Sirgarg. Nanda Baba and Yashoda with Krishna and Balaram used to stay at this place sometime. This incident, what I am going to tell, happened when they were staying here. Radharani was living in the house of Jatila, of course, as we are seeing. Jatila, Kutila and Abhimanyu. So Jatila and Kutila thought themselves to be the only chaste woman in the entire Braja. They always boast, we are the most chaste woman in this entire Braj. And they considered Radhika to be not even slightly chaste. They always spoke ill of Radhika and made propaganda against her also. One day, Krishna pretended to be ill to the point of death. Here he said, declared, like remember the one, he declared that he had a big, incurable headache. Same way, he really declared that, he was sick, so sick. And, it was really making all kinds of things and saying it was, everybody saw that, he is at the point of death or something. Mother Yashoda called all the expert doctors and brahmanas skilled in mantras, but no one was able to help. Finally, Yogamaya, Paurnamasi, arrived at the scene saying, what is going on? And in fact, she knew. She was the one who was really arranging something for the pastime. She brought a special pot which had 100 holes, small holes, 100 holes. If we pour water in it, all the water will spill out. She told Yashoda, oh Yashoda, so okay, this is very serious. Your son is in serious trouble. If you don't do it, this is going to be a big problem. If any chaste lady who brings water from Yamuna in this earthen water pot which has 100 holes and then bathe Krishna with mantras, with he said, she could relate to the mantras, with this water, then Krishna will recover from his very serious illness. As soon as Yashoda heard, she was, because actually Paurnamasi is scared, otherwise he is impossible to save him, he told. So Mother Yashoda was madly searching for the most chaste woman in the entire Braj. She knew that Jatila and Kutila used to tell that they were the most chaste. So Mother Yashoda immediately called Jatila and Kutila and requested them to bring water from the Yamuna in that special pot. Oh, of course, Jatila and Kutila came, both came, boasting their chastity. Both took the, came and then, got the thing. Yes, we can save your son, no problem. But again, he's not related to us, but, but yes, we can help you. Otherwise, you will have a problem. We are the only most chaste ladies here. So, boasting their chastity, they got the pot and then went to Yamuna with pride, everything. And they put the pot there and then tried to take the Yamuna water. As soon as they brought that up, all the water went away. Nothing would stay there. None of them were able to do it. One to repeat, other one also tried. None of them. With shame and frustration, they left the pot there on the Yamuna bank itself and they ran away to their home. Yogamaya Paurnamasi heard what happened to Jatila and Kutila, who left the pot in Yamuna itself and ran away from, with shame. She then advised Yashodamai to request Radharani to go and then to Yamuna and then bring water in that 100-hole pot there. But Radharani refused. No. But then they were saying, otherwise Krishna is in trouble. He cannot be cured. Then he said, yes, to save him, if at all, even, whatever that tragedy happens, I will at least try my best to bring on this pot. Because I want him to be happy, him to be all right. So, finally agreed. He finally agreed, and then we went to the Yamuna, and he really saw the, got the pot along with some sakis, and these same, okay, and so he was thinking only for the benefit of Krishna. So she put the pot, and he took the pot out. Not even a single drop of water really came out. Then she successfully brought all the way, really walked all the way from Yamuna to here. And Pauranamasi then accepted it, and then he told the mantras, and then he bathed Krishna. That is it. As soon as that is done, Krishna jumped out from the bed. Yes, I am now all right. I am back to normal. This is how, Krishna is a Mayan. This is how it is. So all the Brajavasis heard what happened to Jatila and Kutila, and were amazed to see this wonderful incident. And Radhika's chastity was praised everywhere. So what is chastity? Ordinarily, chastity is not whatever we think. That's not the real chastity. Real chastity is to be only related to Krishna as the only life. That's what the thing you have to understand here. Jiva changes husbands and wives left and right. Even in one life they do divorce and everything. That is not the way that in the spiritual world. It's permanent. Look at the horrible situation here. Divorce. And all the things are only lust based. This should be condemned. So real purity, real chastity can be only with the permanent relation, that is only with Krishna. You have to understand that. That is what the whole Radhatmika is all about. Then also nearby is the Chirad at the bank of Yamuna. This is the place, you must have heard about Chirad, so many bhajans are there. This is the very same place where those unmarried gopis wanted to get Krishna as their husband. For what? Not for protection. They want to serve him. See, the whole thing is, Ragatmaka has a different meaning. It's the ulta. It's totally ulta. It's not Swakya. And performed Katayani Vrata for 1 month. And you can see that the same, the Katayani, that, the deity, also you can see there nearby, in fact. So this Vrata comes, around that in the Chaturmasya time. I think immediately after Chaturmasya or something like that, it really comes there. Alright? So this is the place Krishna stole the cloths of those gopis and gave them the benediction that their desire will be fulfilled. You can see, people paint all kinds of nonsense, but they don't have any idea what exactly the kind of bhakti they are talking about. They have no idea. So you can see this tree hanging with many cloths, because people, so many devotees, they really offer, yes, I want to serve you. This is my offering, my cloth. Please take my cloth. Like that, in that mood, they put some cloth there, not their own cloth in this case, but the new cloth, because it's temple. All right. So I don't have time. Okay, I have probably 1 minute. That's it. This is the last slide I have. I don't have time to cover all the past 10 places, of course. This is a cave where Srila Jiva Goswami spent months in separation. Due to his Gurudev, Sri Rupa Goswami banned him. Okay. Once there was how it happened? Once there was a thick Vijay Pandit who traveled to the whole India, conquering other scholars in debate. He was so powerful and conquered everyone he debated with. Then finally he came to the place of Sri Rupa Goswami, where all the 6 Goswamis were at that time living. And he told Rupa Goswami that he wanted to debate with him. Vaishnavas never do arguments, as arguments have no power to deliver knowledge. People really do all kinds of things. Pattimandam, they really do all kinds of things. Okay, what that Karna is greater, or this is so many things. They really do all kinds of nonsense. They do, or they may say woman is better, man is better. All kinds of silly things they do. No, Vaishnavas never do any arguments. Nothing, because argument has no power to deliver the knowledge. So Rupa Goswami said, okay, no problem. I can sign you right here in the thing, saying that you defeated me. Okay, there you go away. That's it. All right, go. So that Pandit actually took that sheet, that thing. Oh yeah, now I have got signature from that, thousands of signatures from all over the world in India. And now he was going away and he was just reaching the Yamuna. There, Jiva Goswami, the son of Srila Sanatana Goswami, and also the disciple of Srila Rupa Goswami, came to know this. He was a very small boy actually. He did not want his guru to be defeated. So he met he called, "Oh Dikvijay, oh Panditji, I want to talk to you." That happened near Yamuna. "I want to debate with you." "Oh, you want to debate? You are how many? What, 7 or 8 years old? How can you really debate with me?" "No, I can debate. I can debate with you." Rupa, then, yes, all the argument that the debate was going on, he could cut down a very single thing that really was put by the Digvijay Pandit. And he ran away. Ran away to where? Not out. He went to Rupa Goswami. Back again. And actually Jiva Goswami doesn't know yet. Okay, he's killed there. So he ran back. And then he's, "Oh, Rupa Goswami, who is that boy? There is a boy. Who is that boy?" "Oh, that boy," he was telling about describing the boy. "Oh, he's my disciple. What happened?" "Oh, he defeated me. Now I am tearing that one. And I beg your pardon. I really did a big mistake, big aparadh to a Vaishnava." And he left the place. Later, Jiva Goswami came and Rupa Goswami saw. "Come here, Jiva, come here. What happened? What did you do?" Then he was crying. He was a boy, no? He was crying, and this is what. "No. You desire prestige and fame. That will kill your sadhana. That will kill your bhakti. You should leave this place immediately." You may remember, the same thing happened for Narottam Das Thakur. Right? Narottam Das was also kicked out. But then he could never come back. Lokanath Goswami, his guru. This is the thing. If anyone really needs for prestige and fame, bhakti will go away. Finished. And here, he said, "Get out of this place immediately. I don't want to see your face." Weeping and weeping and weeping, Jiva Goswami came to this same place which you see on the picture. This is called the Jiva Goswami cave. This is in Kokilavana. He was staying there without eating or drinking anything. So he became so thin. And later, when Sanatana Goswami came to know, and he came to Rupa, and that time Rupa Goswami was having a discussion with one of the scholars, and he was telling that Guru is very, 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 very affectionate and everything like that. He was telling as usual, right? Then immediately Sanatana Goswami got, "See, what you have really done to Jiva, your own disciple is not good." And then he realized, I probably went a little more than what I, because I really wanted to really teach him a lesson. So they both came to this same cave, and they embraced embraced Jiva, and he was really very horrible condition. So they had to give some medicines and everything, and finally he really recovered. So he came. That Jiva Goswami alone composed of more than 400,000 verses of literature, which is just equal to Vyasadeva wrote. All the Vedas and Pranas and 18 Pranas, 18 Upar, all the things combined 400,000 verses coming. That alone this Jiva Goswami did it. I am not talking about other Goswamis who did it. So we should understand, this line is not for fame and prestige. If one seeks this, his bhakti will be finished. You see in the YouTube itself, somebody says, "I am Acharya." Acharya, what do they talk about? Health, vaccinations, how it to be with this thing. What Bhagavad Gita talks about, how to be doing this yoga, that yoga. They are saying self-titled Acharya. Look at here. This is how so bizarre is this non-Vaishnava etiquette in this world. But those who are really lucky enough could at least have a glimpse. I don't think that everyone, even though I was actually recommending, and I was actually trying to take you to under Gurudev has not accepted everyone. I know he did not accept. Why? Because you have a problem. You do not want Krishna. You want all the material opulence. You think Krishna is a protector. He saves you when you get into accident. This is not right. In fact, a pure bhakta will never ever ask Krishna for anything other than to serve him. Anya vilashita sunyam jnana karmani anavritam anukulyena krishnanu silanam bhakti uttama. So, with that, I want to end here. I will conclude today's class. Our next class will be some of the famous historic exalted temples of Vrindavan. I wanted to cover that in one shot, but I don't know whether it may go to two. Radha Damodar Temple, beautiful temple. Radha Raman Temple, Madan Mohan Temple, Samadhi temples of especially Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, our Guru Varga, everybody. It may become two classes. With those two classes, we will complete the series and hopefully get back to the Madhurya Kadambini. Vanja kalpa tarupsya kripa sindupyevacha paditanam pavanepyo vaishnavepyo namo namah. Hare Krishna.